Okay. Alright. We are live from last 8 seconds. Okay. So you guys, welcome back to another stream. Today, let's first introduce myself, right? So I'm a student, guys. I'm a student. I'm an Indian, and I'm trying to learn English. I'm trying to be more fluent and get a good control over this language. That's why I'm streaming, and it is just a personal project. So in previous streams, we just reacted to our own streams and found out that I repeat some words a lot, like to be honest and like, and all these words are really repeated by me. So I am gonna now think before I speak, and that will even make me talk more slowly, and it's just better. So we made a point in previous streams. We made it a point that we are gonna do push-ups every stream, and my record is of 25 push-ups, and now I'm gonna try to break it once again. Guys, let's go. Go, guys. Let's go. Okay. One. Five. Six. Oh, that's hard, but 11. Guys, it's hard. Look at my face right now. It's so red. Let's go. We're gonna do this anyway. Yeah. Andy, I did. 3 hours left, guys. That was so hard. But getting better. Getting better, guys. Just getting better. So, in the previous stream, which was day before yesterday, we talked and analyzed about my parents teacher meeting that happened. Oh my god, what's my voice sounding like? Hello? Oh, yeah, it's fine now. Actually, I'm out of breath, so I'm trying to be accustomed with it and just waiting to it be normal, I guess, before we can start talking more. That isn't a good decision to take, but I still just try to do push-ups. Okay, guys. Yeah, so in previous streams we talked about how can like, we talked about my PTM that just happened on that very day. And today we're gonna first talk about my school, that like my day of my today's day, and then we're gonna talk about do looks even matter to me, or like that doesn't matter to me. So first of all, my day went pretty crazy, and I am really happy and glad that my day is like so productive today because I have worked a lot. Okay, I woke up at 4:30. I meditated. I read my charts of like rules that I have to abide by, my personal rules. Then I did my workout and my mental exercises, Rubik's Cube, and like all those shit. Then I just got ready, headed towards school, came to school, studied for around 1.5 periods, and then just ab- in the middle of the second lecture, a boy came and asked the class that is there anyone who knows about video editing? I raised my hand and he called me. So I just proceeded to go with him. But as soon as I stepped up, my teacher just told me that do you have the time to do this social service, because can you afford to miss your lecture for this? And then I understood that no, I shouldn't go. But actually they came twice afterwards, so I had to go. And I edited the video till my 7th period. So I spent most of my day in editing at school, most of the day at school editing. And when I came back in the 7th period, it was already the period for AI, and that was again just computer. So I just passed by it, and then it was just a period of the vernacular language Hindi. So yeah, it just passed by pretty cool. I came back, I ate food, I studied, I then went for observing things around and like observing nature. I came back, I studied again. Then I read a book called Rich Dad's Guide to Financial Education, and like that book's pretty crazy. And I started reading it. Actually, this was my fourth reading, to be honest. Like the session of reading that book, and I'm glad that I have completed 100 pages. So like my average is 25 pages per session. Just pretty cool. Like in the next 4 sessions, so that's maybe the end of this week, I will be completing this book. So it's cool guys, cool. I would have been completed this book by then, and then I'm gonna proceed to the next book. And now I am just streaming, and after streaming I'm gonna code, and after coding I'm gonna just eat my dinner and then move back to making notes about the books and then just go to sleep. So yeah, my day is going pretty crazy, and I'm really happy about it. I'm really gratitudinal. What do you mean? Special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on two separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a. Yeah, I'm really thankful that. I'm really grateful. I'm really thankful that that I get to. I'm really obliged. I'm really thankful that my days are going like this, and I'm really happy about it. I have to look in the camera and think before I speak. So okay, I'm gonna abide that. So look in the camera and think before you speak and take pauses. That's what I have written on my screen, and you guys I think are also able to see that. So okay, I guess. So now we are gonna talk about does looks even matter to me? So first of all, why do you need looks? Okay. First thing is about the impression. Second is about confidence, and third is about attracting people maybe, and like impression, confidence, and self-care. I think these are the three reasons why we try to look better. So first of the thing is impression, second is confidence, and third is what was that? Self-care. Yeah, guys. So if we talk about impression, so having good looks definitely creates a good impression. Okay, I'm not gonna lie with that. But why does impression matters at the first place? I think impression matters because from your first impression, people try to adjoin assumptions about you, and those assumptions are turned into imaginations and expectations by other people. And then if you have to abide by those expectations, and if you don't, they don't treat you that well, they don't respect you. So expressing through your clothes and your looks what kind of person you are, so that they create that assumption about you, that's pretty true, so that you can abide with that and be yourself and still make others happy, or like don't like break someone's heart or like that heart. So like that's the reason I think first of all impression is important. But if someone already know you, someone already knows you, then I don't think so impression really matters, because the first impression is already there. They know you, they know you personally, what kind of person you are, how you behave, and like what are your values, what are your intentions. They know that, so you don't have to express it again and again. But on the other hand, I think you should express it again and again, so that it makes it more clear. It serves as a tangible proof of your values, and even if their mind changes or they are skeptical about it, they can form new assumptions about you. So actually impression matters. Okay, impression matters. Be meeting someone the first time, or meeting someone regularly. Also, I read about it that only the first and last impressions are are what matters, because you know, of every event you only remember the starting and the end of that event. You mostly forget the middle part, what happened in the middle. You just remember how it started and how it ended. For example, if you shake hands with 10 people, you only remember the first and the second probably, and the last one, and you forget the middle ones. And that's also because your attention space is really limited to 4 to 5 things to give your attention, like 4 to 5 objects. So it's pretty understandable that why do you forget the first and the last. You remember the first because that's the core or the beginning, or that's what you remember and relate the next to, and you remember the last because that's the most recent. I think that's the reason, but it's true that you remember the first and the last. So having a first impression is really important. That's also a thing. Like impression and the first impression is really important, and even the last one for that matter of sake, for that sake. So I understand that impression is important. But we live in a world of marketing, guys, and following the trends is a normal thing. What others are gonna wear, you are just gonna copy that and wear on your own. If you find someone conventionally attractive, you're gonna copy them. You're gonna man crush them and like all that things. So at a particular level, that's wrong to create a false impression. Like if you consciously try to portray yourself as someone who isn't actually you, you are just driving a persona, then it's really a bad thing. Secondly, it's about the confidence. Okay, when you appear better than others, you feel more confident. There are many reasons for that. Okay, first we are going to talk about familiarity, and then second we are going to talk about the evolutionary things, like all that, because that's the that's the two reasons I know at this point of time, and this level of my knowledge which I have. So I'm going to express it, of course. So first of all, if we talk about the evolutionary side of it, if you are better than others, you have more chances to mate, and you have more chances to survive because you are just better than them, so you have more chances to survive. So when you look better than others, like if the level of attractiveness with the as per the clothes or the looks of no average is here and you are here, you are gonna be more confident, of course, because you know that I am just better and I have more chances of meeting and survival. So that evolutionary need just continues till present, and you feel more confident when you look good. And the second is the familiarity thing. For example, you meet an unordinary creature and that creature didn't did anything to you. Like you found that it's harmless, not like harmless, but it just didn't hurt you. The next time you meet that creature, you will be safer and less skeptical about that creature because you have already found that it's harmless, because previously it didn't did any harm to you. Same is with your clothes. If you're familiar with the clothes or your fashion sense and don't change it, you feel more secure, and that's leading to more confidence. Because if you change your dressing sense, you are always anxious about it, that how's it looking at me, is it looking good or not. And same is with the trend. If everyone's wearing it, it's tested that it's safe. And you believe it or not, safety is one of the primary needs of humans as per the psychological need triangle. Like that's how can I even portray it? There is the need of physiological needs, like there is a need triangle, and the bottom level is the level for physiological needs, where it's your all the needs to air, all the needs, the basic survival needs like air, water, shelter, food. And above that is security needs, which involves job security, personal security, and all that psychological, social, spiritual security. Over that is love and belonging, that you belong to something, sense of belonging, sense of connection, and like social connections is that. And above that is esteem needs, that you are respected. And the top of the triangle is about the self actualization, the need to improve yourself, the need to be the best person you could be. So that's the need of all humans as per the triangle. And that states that yeah, you need security and you also need esteem. So that's really related to your confidence. And the third was self-care. What clothes you wear and how you look just tells how caring a person are you. Like if you care about yourself, that shows that you are a caring person because you care about yourself, rather a selfish one. But it just shows that you took out your time, your valuable time, to yourself, to cater yourself, to make yourself appear better. So at the first level, it's about self-care, but also it shows that your time isn't that valuable, that you're spending it on your basic needs to impress others, because that's a bad thing. So that's all the information I knew, and now it's time for creating an opinion about it. So particularly, looks don't matter to me. Like not clothes don't matter. Let me reframe it, and I'm gonna be brutally honest here. Clothes don't matter to me. Rather, I could say they matter to me, but I don't want to accept it that they matter to me. Yeah, that's a better way to frame it. Clothes and looks matter to me, but I pretend like they don't matter to me. Okay, if looks doesn't matter to you, why do you keep on like making your hair look better or like that? Why don't you like uh, keep your hair like this? Okay, that's looking good too, but you know what I'm trying to say. Why don't you uh, how can I, yeah, why can't you make your hair like this? Okay, this is also looking good. Okay, never mind. So the fact is, why do you keep on checking your hair, checking your clothes, fixing your clothes like this? Why do you do that if looks doesn't matter to you? That means psychologically they matter to you, but consciously you aren't. To be honest with you are just ignoring the fact that they matter to you, because it's cool to say that things don't matter to me. I am just above all these things. I'm just better than others. They just don't matter to me, guys. Like if I say that, it's like it feels good. It psychologically like a thing of egoism. Maybe it's just the ego that's being polished and catered here. But the real thing is, yeah, looks matter to me. But at a certain level that it don't decrease your productivity, your work, and how good of a person and values you hold as a person. So I think that's the end of the stream, guys. Looks matter to you unless it's sacrificing your productivity.